Hello, Internet. I am Insane Lane as well as a Canadian girl, and today we have hopefully the right video. Let's.
You, I hope you watch this later,
Yep.
you mother.
Okay, this is the right one. I don't know why the title is coming up wrong because that is not the title of this video, and I think my browser's just having a nutty. So let's just refresh this because yeah, the actual title is "Woman Goes Ballistic After Cops Arrest Her Boyfriend."
You, I hope you watch this later, you mother.
There we go.
Sir, we didn't do anything. What am I getting arrested?
Not listening.
Why am I getting arrested?
On the list of,
Ew.
I think they are.
Thank you.
Whoa!
Do that.
Okay, she tiny, but she got bite.
A routine traffic stop quickly takes an
Okay, this has been on the backlog for a while, so I've completely forgotten it. But holy heck. Okay, we're in Magnolia, Texas. That's a pretty name. I like that. I bet it's a nice place. But, yeah, on the list of phrases cops get sick of hearing, where do you think "I didn't do anything" ranks? I want to start keeping a list of phrases cops get sick of. I didn't do anything. I'm going to sue you. You're going to get fired. The response to "you're under arrest" of "no, I'm not." Yeah, those have got to rank. We should do this. We should do this. I want a piece of paper now. Oh, I'm going to take notes on my phone.
unexpected turn in Magnolia, Texas on July 20th, 2024. When tensions explode, officers struggle for control,
Ooh.
leading to multiple arrests and
Okay.
a night no one will soon forget.
Oh, they are folding her like a pretzel. I do not like that.
She knows what she wants. I don't care. I really do not care. I hope she hurts herself.
The following
Oh, officer! Oh no!
Most of the footage has never been seen before until now.
You really just say that? I hope she hurts herself.
With a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven
I
guilty.
understand you're mad and like maybe he's the guy that she kicked.
Around 11 p.m., a Montgomery County official signals for a car to pull over.
But it's a very
and he has
not
no
nice
idea
thing to
how
say.
volatile the situation is about to become.
How's it going?
Good. Why don't you go over and get
Very
some
nice
your
car.
license and insurance with you?
Yes, sir. Is there a reason I'm getting pulled over today?
Got a headlight out.
Okay.
The officer checks his license, identifying the driver as 24-year-old Luis Rodrigo Solorzano Bernal. Though a broken headlight is a safety concern, what the officer believes is the smell of alcohol coming from the vehicle raises an even bigger red flag.
All right, will you step out here real quick, sir?
Step out?
Yes, sir.
For what reason?
Because I asked you to.
No, thank you.
Do what?
No, thank you.
It's not a, I'm sorry. You think it's an option. Get out of the car.
Why do I need to step out?
Because I asked you to, and the Supreme Court says you have to. If you refuse to, I'm going to
Officer
arrest
is
you. Would you
correct.
prefer that?
For what reason?
Sir, I will not ask you again.
Why do I need to step out the car?
I've already explained that to you.
The Supreme
It's your
Court?
choice.
Explained it. Say it again. I'm asking.
Get out of the car, sir. I will not ask you.
What reason? Say it again so I can hear.
Okay, so she's
Open the door. Are you coming out the window?
For what reason? Say
he's
it.
coming in hot.
32, so roll me another unit. Get out of
Yep. Backup time.
the car now. Get out of the car now.
What did I do?
Get out of the car.
Did I do anything?
Get out of the car.
Matter.
Okay, I'll get out.
Get out now.
Losing his shit
Get out.
right
Hey.
now. You mother.
This isn't losing his shit.
Going to take you through his car.
Okay, I don't know about tasing him. Like I think tasers are overused. But in this situation, like I don't think it's called for because all that's happening is he's not getting out of the car. The officer doesn't think he has a weapon. I mean, you can say that's a concern, but that's always a concern. It's not more a concern now than it was 5 minutes ago. So I don't think the taser is the right move here. I think it's excessive force because, again, he's not a threat. He's not threatening to leave. The officer has a hold of his arm. He's not going anywhere. And backup is on the way. Just wait for backup and take him out of the car. Why do you need him to get out right now? What is the urgency? I'm saying de-escalate, lower the tensions, keep things calm, and just wait for backup. There's no harm in doing that.
Oh.
Relax.
Get out.
Relax. I'll
Get out.
I'll get out.
Now.
You're doing the right
I
thing.
need to put my on.
Take it off with the left hand.
I got it. I'll do it for you.
She is all the way lit.
You, I hope you watch this later, you mother.
I'm gonna guess she's less than sober.
Just for fun.
Okay,
You,
stop.
you're
Stop.
ruining lives, you mother.
It's okay.
I'm also gonna say she may have some
Why am
past
I getting
experience with law
I already told
enforcement,
you that.
because she's certainly acting like
You
it.
want to get out of the car. You're interfering with public servant duties. You're next.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to see why we saw her getting put in a police car and not him. Because I mean, I fully support free speech, and I think you have the right to say whatever you want. And she's not disturbing anyone other than the cops, so she's not like public disorderly or anything, or at least it shouldn't be because there's nobody else there. She's not bothering anyone. You know, she's being loud and obnoxious, but she's not bothering anyone except the cop. And he can't say, "Oh, she's disturbing my peace, therefore I arrested her." Cops aren't allowed to do that. So, I have a feeling we're gonna see her get out of the car or something, or like get in the cop's face, or like do that jumping up and down thing that sometimes really tiny people when they're really drunk do. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
This lady, shut up.
Oh, I'm back. Oh, I'm back.
Oh, here's backup. See, why couldn't you have just waited? I mean, yes, the officer got him out of the car, and props to
How
him,
much you have
but
to drink?
Nothing.
you could have just waited.
Hop up and in.
What are you talking
Get in the
about?
car.
What did I
You're
do?
drunk.
Should have listened.
Though,
With backup on
honestly,
the way,
the officer has no
returns to
proof
the
of
vehicle
that
to
yet.
deal with the passenger, who's about to take this situation to an explosive new level.
I mean, I know they said that the
Turn
officer
around.
smelled alcohol, but that could be her.
Turn around. You're going to get hurt, lady.
Is that him yelling? What is he arresting her for?
Yeah. So,
Stop moving. Stop.
I want you to blast me.
Stop.
I want myself to beat you, mother.
This is where she's going
Trying to
wrong.
hurt your wrist. It's not smart. Don't do
But-
that. You're going to get hurt really bad.
Okay, you don't want to be saying that.
I'm so sad.
Okay, officer, you shouldn't be saying she's going to get hurt really bad, because that just doesn't sound good no matter how you look at it. Always be thinking, whatever is said on these videos, that could wind up being played in court. In front of a judge, in front of a prosecutor, and in front of a defense attorney who's going to ask you, officer, what were you thinking in that moment? What did you mean when you say she's going to get really hurt? Now, is she acting like a brat and resisting and, generally being obnoxious in that? Yep, absolutely. I don't like her arms being bent back like that, because that is exactly how you dislocate somebody's arms. And it would be very easy for that to happen accidentally, especially on somebody this small. Like, she may be an adult, but physically she's closer to a child. So you have to alter how you think about that anatomically. You have to alter how you think about that in terms of struggling with somebody. Like, these officers, between the two of them, they're probably the size of 4 of her. So, tiny people, they can go ballistic like anybody else. Not saying they can't, but when you get physical, their odds of getting hurt are way higher than someone who, say, weighs 50 pounds more than her and is like 6 inches taller. So always keep in mind who you're struggling with.
It's clear.
You feel better about yourself? I hope you
not
feel
right now.
a lot better about yourself. You sucker.
All right, she's double cuffed.
Okay.
Sucker.
We're going to go to that car that just pulled up.
Yeah. Call me the
I'm working.
I'm still not sure what she's being arrested for. Like,
Come here.
worst
drunk and
faster,
disorderly
babe.
public
Come
intox. That's
faster, babe.
it's a stretch. She was in a car being driven
Pull my
presumably home. Oh. Whoa. Okay, I never liked that. I never liked just slamming someone on their face.
Keep me, stupid.
I'm aware that she did, but the answer to that, officer, the answer to her kicking you is to literally just grab her ankles and pick up her legs. I've seen them carry people before. I don't like it, but she's light enough that, the strain wouldn't be that bad. So while I still don't like it, it's better than slamming her on her face like that. Because we've all seen the videos when that goes wrong and people get very seriously injured. So, personally, I think cops should never be slamming people to the ground like that. I think there's no excuse for it. And certainly with somebody, again, this girl weighs like 70 pounds. There is no excuse for them not being able to safely control her. And, like, you don't get to respond with violence just because she kicked you. Again, she is, acting out and resisting. I'm not denying this. I'm saying I don't like the level of force by two guys who are so much bigger than her.
Don't hit me again. I'll get
I mean, she's likely incredibly drunk. Not that that's an excuse, but I'm saying it's contributing to her behavior.
I was working to get the street around. Keep that guy from hitting his head on the car.
Okay, put a strap around her legs and pick her up. Okay, that's making death threats against the cops. Now they have a reason to arrest her.
Kick me. What do you think was going to happen?
Oh, really? That's what made you set off. You don't even lie to me right now and say that's what set you off. That is
How is that lying?
That is insane. Oh my God, I hate the law. I hate all of you. You go to jail.
I really think
While
she's
multiple
dealt
officers
with law
attempt to
enforcement
restrain her,
before.
another quickly checks on Luis.
Yeah.
What's going on?
She's going insane.
He's being
Lean back.
We
chill.
didn't do anything.
Lean back.
We didn't do anything,
Lean
sir.
back.
I'm
Sir, we
still
didn't do
wondering, like, how
anything.
are they arresting
Why
him
am I getting
for...
arrested?
Listening.
Why am I getting arrested? Why?
Yeah, seriously, he is not... Can I just point out, nobody has said what he is under arrest for. He is obviously under arrest. He's in the back of their car. I know the officer said he smelled alcohol in the car, but again, that could be her because she's acting incredibly intoxicated. So the smell of alcohol could easily be her, and he could be stone sober. The officer, as far as we saw, didn't even ask him to either do the field sobriety test, which I'm totally against, or take a breathalyzer, or even say that he was acting impaired. And I don't recall him slurring or, acting erratic or wobbling when he was walking. So I'm not convinced that he's drunk. I'm not sure why he's under arrest. I'm not sure why they initially arrested her. Like, this is not being handled great. The cops are not coming in a day here.
Chill as long as these men put their hands off me.
No, it's not going to happen.
Go to jail.
I think you're going to go to jail has to go on our list.
You.
Get in.
Get me out. Go.
Get in the car. Thank you.
Whoa, that was a kick. Why don't they have a strap on her
Don't do
legs?
that. I'm a lot bigger and a lot stronger.
Really? You think I care about that?
You
think you
give me
care
like
about
give me
that,
a
I want you to get caught. on
Okay, so
camera
now
like
you're
you
saying
know.
hobble her. Why didn't you do that already?
They're treating me.
Okay, just wanna.
That's what's getting me treated like this. Is my taking.
Yes.
Okay, nobody should be treated like this. Because again,
Shut the up about this.
like, she is a lot smaller than them and very, very drunk.
Do not kick, alright? You're okay.
So, like, she could be hurting herself by what she is doing and not know it right now.
Yourself, you motherfucker. Listen to me. You have family, right? I bet you have.
So they don't even have a strap. They have shackles, which I don't like.
Treated like this?
You cannot
Is
kick a car.
That is insane. After the way
Like,
you
she's gonna feel this tomorrow.
Yeah. You'll see my bruises after this, and then we'll talk.
I have no
about
doubt she's gonna have bruises.
How your respectable male is treating me. You get the out of the car.
Okay, I don't like this situation. Okay, that's not me. Apparently we're sitting in the car for a while. Probably going through the car. Wonder if they ever try to, like, see if the boyfriend's actually drunk.
As they search
I'm
the
with you,
vehicle,
honey.
officers
Oh,
locate
yep.
the passenger's purse and make a startling
That is a
discovery
really
about
expensive
her
car.
age.
Anytime you see those wing
There she
doors, that's a really
under
expensive
21.
car.
Shocker.
Oh, so she's not old enough to drink.
Your boyfriend's dad's car.
Oh. Her
Okay,
boyfriend's
that
dad's
explains it.
car?
That explains why it's a nice
And that
car.
boyfriend? Okay.
That's why it's a nice car. It's daddy's.
The passenger is finally identified as 20-year-old Maria Alexandria Serrano.
Wow, she's
Maria
20?
has been in the car for only 3 minutes, but her patience wears increasingly thin as the
Okay,
female
I don't like
officer
that she
attempts
is
to
not
keep her calm.
buckled.
Can you please talk to me?
She's able to like bash herself off the sides.
Can someone tell me what
I don't
is
like the
going on?
chain
Does anyone want
on
to talk to
her
me?
ankles because she
I'm
could
with
hurt
you.
herself
I'm
with
doing this,
that.
trying to figure out what's going on now. Talk to me.
Please tell me because it's been literally almost 2 hours with nothing.
2 hours, 3
I will be
minutes.
here for
She's
only
drunk.
you. If I see one of these white men come up to me and try to touch me, I will lose my. Do you understand me? I only want
Good to
you.
know.
You understand? Okay.
Okay, this is
Okay.
something that a lot of people will
Okay,
do.
I'm listening to you, and I'm only
Oh,
hearing
and
you.
we're driving.
You're okay.
Hey, oh yeah.
Yeah, they'll pick one
go to
person that they
hell.
like and hate
What is
everybody
this?
else.
Yeah, this is literally bullshit that I'm looking
I'm
at
sure
right
that
now.
it
It's
is.
literally insane.
I forgot to rate
0.9
your
time.
going to
Oh my
jail.
god, the time is crazy. Okay, guys, listen. So you have the traffic report, you have the street, you have everything.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god, my baby. Oh my god. If I
Is she talking about her
go to jail
boyfriend?
I'm gonna kill someone. No, I'm actually not because I'm not psycho, but I will tell you something.
You were acting like
The
it.
way those men dragged me on the ground. That is something I will never forget in my entire life.
When another
Possibly
male
true.
officer returns to the vehicle, he becomes an unwitting target of Maria's anger.
Oh, I thought she left already. I thought we saw the car move.
I only want you. I'm sorry. The way you treated me, you wouldn't understand.
Hey, this is my patrol car. And number two, I didn't show up to scene.
Who cares?
And so you are already acting a fool. So I don't need anything from you. Have fun at jail.
Okay. That's uncalled for from the officer. I don't care whose car it is. And you don't need to cop an attitude. You don't need to answer her at all. And I agree with what she is saying about she will likely never forget the way that they treated her. That's entirely possible. This is part of why using excessive force and relying on aggression is such a bad tactic, because all it does is reinforce to people that the police are the violent thugs that a lot of people think they are because they act like it. That's if you saw two people doing that to a girl on the street, you'd call the police. So the police should not be able to act like that, especially with somebody the size of her. It was completely unnecessary. Like, if they can't control one tiny girl without overwhelming force and use of violence and multiple restraints, I really got to question whether you're fit to be a cop. But don't engage with either crazy or drunk. You're never going to win the argument because they're out of their minds. So just let her rant. She's not hurting anything. Let her run her mouth.
I don't need to talk to you. You're going to jail, you dumb.
Turkey, please.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Enjoy your time in jail.
Okay, whoa. Should not have called her that. Some serious, professionalism training needed here.
Boy, oh man. She told me to get out of my own car. I'm like, this is my car. That's not how this works. What's wrong with
Are you 4 years old, officer?
Yeah, her.
With Maria likely facing multiple charges, the female officer encourages her to stay calm on her ride to the Montgomery County Jail as officers
Okay, so yeah, we're
outside
going
discuss the
play a
night's
little back
shocking
and
turn
forth.
of events.
You gotta be as cool as you can be.
I'm gonna be cool, babe.
Like ice cream.
I like ice cream, babe.
Okay,
Oh, man,
so
you should have let
she's
him roll out the window because then we could have
female
broke it
officer.
and Daddy would have been real mad. I broke my
Oh,
window.
what? Should have let him roll up the window because then we could have broken and Daddy'd be real mad. What? Like, are these cops just really, really bored? Because they kind of sound like they're really bored. And the other guy's like, I broke a window earlier this month, so I guess for them that's the fun part of the job. But weird. But as I was saying, the girl seems to be, responding well to the female officer. They seem to be bonding. At least the female officer got her to calm down. She's telling her, you got to behave at the jail, or they're just gonna tie you up in a chair and park you in a corner. So, it's good that the officer's trying to like get her ready mentally, like tell her what to do. She's keeping it calm. She's definitely a lot calmer. Maybe she just really hates men, and them treating her the way they did certainly didn't help. I wouldn't want to be around any of them either. So it's good that there was a female officer, and it's good that somebody who was not involved in putting her in the car was able to take her there. Well, I think the female cop was there, but she was just talking, so I think that's why she's the good one. That or that she's female. Sometimes girls just want to talk to another girl. It's a fact. But yeah, these guys are a little too fond of the toys, I think.
Still waiting to use my window punch. Still ain't got to use it yet.
Oh,
Well, they're not talking with that.
okay, so
I
there's
said,
two
I'm not
female
telling you to be the
officers.
nicest person, but if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything.
I mean, it is what it is. Like, I got a 45-minute drive with her
She's
to the jail. So
look at her.
So hopefully that helps. Well, then,
I'll just turn my music up. I really don't care. Yeah, she can keep slamming her head and do. She can do whatever she wants. I don't care. I really do not care. I hope she hurts herself.
Meanwhile,
Whoa. Okay, so I think what's happened here is she is in the back of one of these cars. This is before the female officer gets in the car because he just said he was going to take her because she's in his car. He also says a 45-minute drive to the jail. That is far. Like, why are they like? How small is what did they say? Marigold or it was some flower name where they are. How small is the police force and how big is this county? I know they're in Texas. In Texas, one thing they got is a lot of space, so things can be kind of spread out. But 45 minutes? But yeah, I think this is before they leave with her. But let's break down what he just said, because holy heck. And note that the female cop is trying to tell him to shut up, and he's not picking up on it. Let's find that moment. Okay.
I'm not telling you to be the nicest person, but if you can't say anything nice, then don't say anything.
I mean,
Yeah, okay, that right there. That is her trying to warn him, like, hey, we all are wearing cameras. You got to think about somebody is going to hear this down the road, and hey, maybe for all we know their captain or sergeant or whoever oversees them, they could have a problem with what he is saying. If for no other reason than that it makes them look bad. This is a bad public relations moment to say that you wish you had gotten to smash a windshield, and then another cop is saying, "Oh, I haven't gotten to use my window smasher yet." Like I haven't joined the club yet. That's not the kind of mentality you want to be portraying. And I understand like people want to joke around and like shoot the shit and stuff like that, but she is right. In their profession, in any profession, when you're at work, you have to always be professional. And especially with cops, with all the cameras on them all the time, and they know that in general they don't have the best reputations, you got to be thinking about what you're saying. And as I said, for being in court, because again, what's a defense attorney going to make of that? Oh, officer, so you wanted to escalate things. You were looking for some fun. Smashing windows is fun, isn't it? And where you could go, where a good defense attorney could could absolutely take that in a court. It could really be devastating. So she is right. You got to, think about other people hearing what you're saying.
It is what it is.
And then it
Like, I
gets
got a
worse.
45-minute drive with her to the jail, so
Okay, so yeah.
I'll just turn my music up. I really don't care. Yeah, she can keep slamming her head and she can do whatever she wants. I don't care. I really do not care. I hope she hurts herself.
Okay. I meant he needs some time off. He needs some unpaid time off and to speak to a therapist, honestly. He can say it was a bad night and he doesn't mean it, but if you're thinking that and you're saying that out loud, like so casually, and after somebody has like told you like rein it in, and then he says 3 times, I don't care. That's not a statement you want from a first responder. That's a dangerous statement from a first responder. So this guy needs like a week or 2 on leave and some mental health help because he should not be talking like this. And certainly, again, he is saying he doesn't care if she hurts herself. He doesn't care if she, spends, I'm exaggerating slightly, but not really. He doesn't care if she spends the whole ride banging her head against the window because he's just going to turn the music up. And he doesn't care if she hurts herself. That's really, really bad. So he's getting an F with a needs suspension and therapy note.
Meanwhile, one officer heads to the jail with Luis, who continues to argue over the reason for the traffic stop.
Yeah, seriously.
My car's clean. I'm sober. Come on.
Yeah, seriously, why is he under arrest?
Well, refusal to get out of a vehicle is an arrestable offense, sir.
Oh, that's why.
You gave me 10 seconds. I didn't even have any second to change my mind. You were yanking me out the car.
Actually, no, I asked you 3 times.
Basically obstruction.
Refused to answer.
Okay, at least we know.
By end of month, what? What are you talking about?
Quotas.
We don't have quotas. Those are illegal. Yep.
A lot of places say they don't have quotas, but they do. It's just not official policy anymore. It's just the unwritten rule now.
Do you not remember that I pulled over to let you pass me?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Because you left that part out. So that's how I saw it. So nice try.
Okay, so he's under arrest for not getting out of the car.
It was out, but I have to let you pass me to turn my lights on.
Which
that's
I
usually
think is
how a sober
excessive.
person works. But you
You
wouldn't
know,
know anything about that, I
But
guess.
one thing that will
Taking the
always
female
get you.
officer's advice, Maria doesn't say another word on the long ride to the county jail. 20-year-old Maria Alexandria Serrano is facing charges for assaulting a public servant, a third-degree felony in the state of Texas.
Yep.
24-year-old Luis Rodrigo Solorzano Bernal was arrested on charges of driving while intoxicated
Okay, so I
and
guess he was
interfering
drunk.
with public duties. However, in an attempt to get an update on his case, we reached out to the Montgomery County Court clerk by phone and checked the Montgomery County online court portal, confirming there are no active cases against him related to these charges.
Yeah, because the
Maria's
charges got
case is still
dropped.
ongoing, with a future arraignment scheduled for March 5th,
Oh, that's like
2025.
that just passed.
Lady.
Whoa. Okay. So that date just passed. So her arraignment would have just happened. Oh, I wish I'd known that. I might have tried to look it up. But one thing that will always get you arrested is any form of disrespecting a cop, and their biggest form of that is not following orders, i.e., get out of the car, give me your ID, things like that. Cops will almost always take it to the extreme and arrest people for that because they feel disrespected, and a lot of them are trained that there is no greater crime than disrespecting them. So that said, we've got a couple things to break down here. So we've got, we didn't see much of him, so I'm still sus on, like, we eventually find out he was arrested for not getting out of the car. Okay. BS reason, in my opinion. But as for him being intoxicated, we didn't see the officer try to prove that in any way. So either, like, they did a breathalyzer back at the station that showed that he was drunk, but we didn't get a BAC, so I don't know. But it sounds like all of his charges were dropped. Because, as I said, the refusing to get out of the car, that's a BS charge. Nobody's going to court for that. And it's kind of flimsy anyway. There's wiggle room there. As for him being intoxicated, since the officer didn't ask him to do fields, he wasn't showing any signs of intoxication. Like, he seemed pretty coherent when he was talking to the cop. And as I said, there's no blood alcohol. We didn't see any proof, so I suspect that's why that got dropped, because there's no evidence of it. As for why she was initially arrested, I don't know. I really don't know. Like, because the officer just seemed to walk up, get her out of the car, and arrest her. So initially, I don't know what she's arrested for. Did she assault several of the officers? Yep. Did they assault her right back? Yep. So I have a feeling that her stuff may have wound up being dismissed as well. And that would come almost entirely from what the officers were saying. Because as I said, a good defense attorney is going to play those clips. Is going to be like, "Officer, you enjoyed hurting my client, didn't you? You used excessive force, didn't you? You didn't need to slam her like on the ground like that, did you?" And so you just didn't like her attitude from the beginning and you punished her for it, didn't you? I'm sure, again, a skilled defense attorney is going to put that in much better language than me, but that's the gist of it. And that that will definitely get a case dismissed, because honestly it would probably make the prosecution drop it, because they don't want that scene. They don't want to go through that in court. And also, when the cop is made to look bad like that on the stand, other defense attorneys are going to hear about it. And when they see that cop's name, they're going to remember that. And when they get to cross examine that cop, they're going to bring this up. And, it wears on their credibility. So it's very tricky, very slippery slope there. You got to be careful. But those are my thoughts on it. What are yours? Please let me know in the comments. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I have been Insane Lane, as well as a Canadian girl. Take care of yourself. Love a fur baby. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.